Yo, what's up, guys? All right, we're back. Hopefully you didn't miss us too much. Wait, all right, we're back.
Spooky.
So we really wanted to go a different direction when it came to this special topic. And what we're going to be doing is, I think it's the top 11 conspiracies. Uh, and it's going to be pretty spooky. It's going to be pretty creepy. And
Spooky.
I hope we clash on a lot of these because I think, for the most part, conspiracy theories are bullshit. What about you?
I don't think they're pretty much bullshit. There's a couple conspiracy theories that I'm like, I could dig this. So I might be in my Kyrie bag for
Oh
this.
my god!
Um,
See, this is why we couldn't get a good Brooklyn team. It's because of people like you, man,
I'm sorry.
fucking it up for the rest of us.
I'm
All
sorry.
right. So, like I said, I think I said these are the top 11, right? I said
See,
11. Okay.
see.
So we're gonna start off with our
11.
first one. Is that a conspiracy thing?
It's a Stranger
Oh, I get it.
Thing.
Hey, I see what you did there. I
Hey!
see what you did there. That's great.
Thank you, thank you.
So the first one,
Sometimes I try.
I hate you.
All right, go ahead. I'm
The
sorry.
myth about the Holocaust. So this one's pretty toxic. So between
Yep.
1941 and 1945, 6 million Jews were killed across Europe in a horrific genocide led by Nazi dictator Adolf Hitler. Despite the fact that the Holocaust is one of the biggest documented events in history, there are swaths of populations that don't believe that it actually happened, or they believe that the death toll has been enormously inflated. One 2014 survey coordinated by the Anti Defamation League of more than 53,000 people across 100 countries found that only 30% of respondents throughout historical accounts of the Holocaust were accurate. Whoa, okay. Respondents under the age of 65 were more likely to say that they didn't believe the Holocaust happened as the history books said it did. Yeesh. Okay, so thoughts?
It happened. People died.
Okay.
Lots of people died. So I don't agree with this conspiracy theory.
Well, I am not Kanye, so I do believe that this happened. I believe that there was a horrible situation, and
Hmm.
I don't understand why people have this
Why is it a conspiracy theory?
yeah,
Like,
like
you could go and see it for
yeah.
yourself.
The thing is that I never understood why people like to deflate or like to invalidate people's experiences when it comes to things like this.
Traumas.
Yeah, traumas and experiences. Because, like, for example, like when it comes to black people, like people like to say things like, "Oh, it's not that bad." Is it? It's like, yo, like, why would you want to just go straight out and invalidate me? Like, for what?
Hmm.
What was the reason? What was
What was the
the
reason?
reason? But yeah, it's so strange to me. But that's how we feel about it, at least. What do you think about this next one?
Oh, you want me to read it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The CIA had a hand in JFK's assassination. So Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested on November 22nd, 1963, for assassinating President John F. Kennedy Jr. that same day in Dallas, Texas. 2 days later, while being transported to a local jail, Oswald was shot and killed by Jack Ruby, a Texas nightclub owner. This shocking set of events was ripe for conspiracies from the start. Not only was a handsome, popular president fatally shot in broad daylight, the accused assassin was killed days later, inviting speculation about a cover up. As early as the late 1960s, more than 50% of Americans didn't believe Oswald had acted alone. And as of 2017, 61% of Americans believe the assassination involved a conspiracy of some sort. So, with this JFK conspiracy, there's a lot of theories. The most popular one is that the CIA killed JFK in retaliation for the failed Bay of Pigs invasion to overthrow Cuban leader Fidel Castro. Um, so that's one of them that I've heard about.
Okay.
Um,
Jesus.
I've
Okay.
also heard of the multiple shooter one,
Yeah, I
that
heard
it
of
wasn't
that one.
just
Okay.
him, that it was multiple shooters. And then there was another one that apparently involved the vice president at the time, that he also wanted him killed so that he could become president.
Okay.
Um,
So where do you stand?
you go first because I read it.
um, I think that it's definitely possible. Because
Okay.
if you were going to, I feel like if you were going to kill a president, that would be the way to do it. That would be the way to do it. And I just don't know if the reasonings match up to why they would do it. Like I would need a stronger reason to go ahead and plan or carry out an assassination of a president. Like
Um,
they had more of a reason to kill. Like the CIA had more of a reason to kill Martin Luther King Jr. than they did to kill JFK in this situation. Like I don't know. I just don't believe that it's a strong enough reason to put my faith in it. The
the
whole
theory.
fail of the overthrow, that doesn't really
Hmm.
resonate with me.
Um, I believe that the conspiracy theory of it being more than one person.
Yeah,
Um,
that
the science in that one is just very hard to fight against, just because
yeah.
of the angle of the shots and how
Hmm.
quickly he would have to move from one spot to the other
Yeah.
to get the trajectory of the shot. So that to me is the part where it's like a bit sketch, and also the fact that he was killed 2 days later. Like police literally walked him out in front of people, and but he was shot and then there died. Yeah.
Ah, the only thing to me would be okay if that was the case. If
Hmm.
somebody just killed the president, I
Hmm.
feel like his the that guy's assassination would be an easier one to do because you would want to take out the person that killed the president.
I mean, yeah, no, I get that, but it's just very sketch in the
Yeah,
sense of
definitely.
how he was
Okay,
brought out. So that to me is where, like, wait a second, like,
you might be changing my mind on this one. Okay.
yeah, yeah, you like. So that's the only thing. But again, like, there's some conspiracy theories where I've actually like dug deep
You've
into
dug deep
it.
in.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is one of them, just because the Kennedys in general are just an interesting family with just the random deaths and then just other things that they've done. So
That's
yeah.
true. All right. So this one, all right. The moon landing was faked. There was no moon landing. J-Rock, open your mind, bro. Open your third eye, dude. In July 1969, astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to land on the surface of the moon. Or did they? Just
Spooky.
kidding. They absolutely did. But by the 1970s, 30% of Americans believe that the moon landing has been faked. Alternative theories soon materialized. In case of the fake moon landing, William Casing apparently started writing the book We Never Went to the Moon, America's $30 billion swindle and satire, but ended up fully believing the conspiracy. The primary idea in this book was that the footage of the astronauts taking their first steps on the moon's surface, which hundreds of millions of people watched live on TV, was actually shot at Nevada's Area 51. Ah, okay, this is pretty lit. As recently as 2019, a small survey showed that 10% of Americans still believe that the moon landing was a hoax. In 2018, after NBA star Steph Curry said he didn't believe in the moon landing, NASA offered him a lunar lab tour. Hey, get your peoples, bro. What's going on? What's
Chill
going on?
out.
First
What's
Draymond. Actually, first Steph. then Draymond, like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? So I I honestly so I believed that it could have been fake until I saw um an episode of Adam Ruins Everything. Adam Ruins Everything. I don't know if you've seen it before. Whatever. Anyway, uh and yeah, when I saw it, they pretty much explained how it would be impossible to fake the moon landing because the editing software or the development that it would have taken to actually produce like a fake moon landing was impossible to find at that time.
Okay.
Of course, science could have been more advanced um than we would be able to kind of science would have been more advanced than we would be able to like fathom at that time. However, this is my thing about the moon landing. In order to actually put it out to a live TV, they operated on a different like in a different way than you would put something on live TV now. And that way would have taken like the TVs wouldn't be able to comprehend the way that they would fabricate the moon landing.
You done?
Oh shit. I'm about to get ethered, son. She said, all right, that was cute. You done? Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm big into space stuff. NASA is like legit. Like yes, I'm into it. Now, here's my conspiracy theory brain. Okay. The video of them going to the moon
Uh-huh.
and the flag moving.
Okay.
If there's no air in space, why is my flag moving?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Okay.
Okay, that's one. Two, I have heard the conspiracy that they filmed this at Area 51. There's a couple clips where you're kind of like, this kind of looks a bit sketch. Three, if we did go to the moon, why haven't we gone back? We have
Okay.
better technology, we have better spacecrafts, we have a lot more people who are willing to go to outer space. Why have we not gone back to the moon?
Yeah, that's a good point. And also like everybody pretty much died um that went.
No, they're all. I think a couple are still alive. Um, the other thing
And
with
who
it
is it
too,
that
I think you're thinking
hmm.
about another space shuttle that went up and exploded. Um,
Oh, okay.
the other thing too. Damn it! Now I lost my train of thought. Damn it,
Whoops.
Jesoma.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
Oh, that was the other thing. Why they got moon rocks, right? They
Mm-hmm.
went and they got moon rocks. I've seen a moon rock.
Mm-hmm.
When I was at Georgia for school, they like NASA came and brought a moon rock. The moon rock was like smaller than this. You mean to tell me you went to the fucking moon and you brought back a rock smaller than this and they barely show it to people? It's super secretive. Why is it so secretive? And that's why they gave a personal tour to Steph Curry. But like, what about the rest of us who have questions?
Man, they didn't show y'all the rock and they're secretive about this rock because y'all like to get y'all hands on everything. It came from the moon.
I
It's a
don't.
different place.
That's my only thing. I believe that we've been to space. I believe that we've gone to the moon, but I am also skeptical because we haven't gone back. There's not a lot of evidence of it apart from this video. And also, we were just doing it because we were racing against Russia at that time.
Yo, J-Rock, you're a nut job, bro. This is great. I'm glad that I'm figuring this out with all the fans. Like we're on the same boat. I didn't know this about you. This is great.
So, yeah.
Yo, you got deep. Your eyes were like You was focused.
I'm gonna just stop now.
No. I'm just saying.
So yeah, that's the only thing where I'm like, okay, I have questions about this.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
I could see. I can see. I just don't see how. Um. Okay. If the broadcast,
I
I
mean,
don't
your
know, man.
points are the points are correct too.
I
Like,
think both of us
obviously,
have
we didn't.
valid points.
Yeah, it's a
I think we
50-50,
have
but
valid
like,
points.
I obviously still believe that we went to the moon. I'm just saying, like, the argument against it, there are some valid points to me where I'm
All
just like,
right.
okay, I could see that too. But overall, I've been to like the Kennedy Space Center, so yeah.
I feel you on that. I can see why.
Yep. All right, moving on to the next one. Number 4. Princess Diana's death was no accident. When Princess Diana, a beautiful young royal outsider known as the People's Princess, was killed in a car crash in Paris in 1997, 1 year after her divorce from Prince Charles, conspiracies immediately abounded. The specifics vary, but the crux of most Diana-related theories is this. Sorry, the car accident that killed her was not an accident. At the time of her death, she was dating Dodi Fahid. I'm so sorry, an Egyptian film producer who died in the limo alongside her, who was supposedly planning to propose to Diana the night of the accident. In a court witness statement, Dodi's father, Mohammed Al Fahid, or I mean, again, sorry, said they were killed because the monarchy couldn't stand the thought of Diana and Prince Charles' sons, heir to the British throne, having a stepfather who was Egyptian and Muslim. Dodi's father also claimed Diana was pregnant at the time of the crash, though the coroner who examined Diana said she was not. Another theory, there's multiple theories in this one, and this one is one that I actually dove deep into on one of my conspiracy theory podcasts that I listened to.
Mm-hmm. Go
So
on.
this is the second part of the theory, is that the limo driver, Henry Paul, who was drunk at the time of the accident, intentionally crashed the car. Because Paul was the head of security at the Ritz Hotel in Paris, where the couple had departed from just prior to the crash, conspiracy theorists believe he might have been on the payroll of a national intelligence service group that wanted Diana dead. Other theorists believe that Diana's medical care after the crash was deliberately sabotaged. For conspiracy theories in the US, this idea arose from the difference between French and American approaches to emergency care. In France, protocol dictates that emergency medical personnel attempt to stabilize a patient before transferring to the hospital. In the US, getting to the hospital is the first priority. Because Diana was treated at the scene and not immediately rushed to the nearest hospital, some think this is proof she was purposely killed.
Oh, I
Okay.
actually I have a weird, not even a weird theory. I have a theory that you might not expect. What do you
Go
think?
ahead.
You go
No,
first.
you go first. Jinx. You
I
go
don't think
first.
she. I don't think she's dead.
Okay, Tupac, go on.
I think that they faked her death, and I think she was given an out, like hey, you're very influential. You either leave or we make you leave. What do you want to pick? And she was like, fuck it. Let me go ahead and head out. And I think
Okay.
she went ahead and took off. And I think that because I don't really think that she was very. I don't think it would be very hard to make a celebrity of that caliber disappear if they really wanted to disappear, like on an island somewhere, and just like live your life. Like I think because the only reason I say that, right? Now hear me out. I'm connecting my fucking dots. Let me get my fucking. All right, so right here, right?
Now we definitely look like crazy conspiracy theory people.
So the thing is that think about what happened to Meghan Markle, right? She left, and I think she left for a reason. because I don't think they were gonna stop at making talking about your kid being a monkey. I don't think it was gonna stop there. I think it
Yeah.
was going to. She was gonna end up.
Dead.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Um.
So I don't know. That's my conspiracy.
Okay. Well, I. So the conspiracy theory that I listened to, they gave these two different conspiracies
Hmm.
that I just read. Um, and they kind of, the reason why I like the podcast is because they go over the conspiracy theories and then they theorize, all right, what actually could have happened, with facts. And they basically break down conspiracy theories, whether, yeah, this could potentially, this conspiracy theory is for sure, and then this conspiracy, no, not
Yeah.
like impossible.
Oh,
For
it's
this
like a
one,
factor cap type of thing.
yes, which is why I like it, because if it's going to be a good conspiracy theory, then it's one of those where you're going to be like, oh, you know what? There's actual facts for this that I could see where people are coming from, while others are just like completely made up. But for this one, the idea that the CIA was involved, um, is interesting, just because the crown is the most important thing when it comes to the monarchy, and Princess Diana was one that wasn't for the crown. She was
Yeah.
more for the people. So she
Exactly.
did things that were not good or look good for the crown, um, because they're not known as people that are for the people. They're known for just the monarchy, the crown. So them MIT being involved and all of that, or whatever their British CIA version is, to me it made sense, because obviously they're killing it to protect the crown, and the crown is more important than the people over there, as you could see when the queen died. Um, so that conspiracy theory, to me, I was like, yeah, okay, I could see this. And then the whole driver being involved,
Hmm.
that one, okay, it kind of makes sense, because yes, he was drunk. But at the same time, people are saying that there was a motorcycle that drove by that was trying to take pictures. So that's what caused them to crash. The other thing too is that people said that there was another car that drove by
Oh
after they
yeah.
crashed.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go on. My bad.
The motorcycle that drove by, people are saying it was definitely like CIA people to trying to get the car to swerve. Then
Got
people
you.
are saying that there was another car that drove by that, um, either got down and tried to help, but most likely finished the job. Now, I agree with the whole US, well, the whole American and French approach to emergency care, because she would have survived if they took her to the hospital.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So they took care of her there. Then they sent her to the hospital, but the hospital that they sent her to didn't have the medicine or the capabilities that she needed. So they sent her to another hospital. And by the time she got to the second hospital, she was already dead.
But what does it? What does that even mean? Like that they didn't have
So,
the
like,
medicine.
the, you know how you go to just like urgent care and then you go to the hospital?
Hmm.
So, you know how like they have regular urgent cares that you go to for, like, let's say something mild, like a sprain.
Yeah.
So they basically sent her there instead of sending her to like a hospital that has all the machinery and all the medicine
But
and
then,
real
wouldn't you want that person, like the princess? Wouldn't you want her to have the utmost care from the beginning? Wouldn't that be cause to like send a chopper or?
So yeah, that's what I think.
That was perfect.
Thank you.
All right.
You're up. And that's we got to be a little bit more quicker.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so 9/11 was an inside job. In a series of coordinated terror attacks, nearly 3,000 people lost their lives during the events of September 11, 2001, with thousands more injured. Over 2,000 first responders eventually losing their lives due to illnesses related to their own time working at Ground Zero. On that fall day in 2001, Americans watched stunned as two planes hit the Twin Towers in New York City, while a third struck the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. and the fourth crashed into a field outside of Shanksville, Pennsylvania. September 11th took its place in history as the date of the most deadly foreign attack on American soil, uns- usurping, usurping Pearl
Usurping.
Harbor. Oh, usurping Pearl Harbor. Maybe it's because the scale of loss, nearly 3,000 people could be killed within a few hours on a sunny September morning, or because of the lies that have been told by the American people to sell them on the endless wars that followed the attacks. But the subject of 9/11 has always been a playground for conspiracy theorists. One of the most prevalent one of the most prevalent theories is that the administration of President George W. Bush did 9/11, or at least knew about it and let it happen because the administration wanted to go to war in Afghanistan and Iraq for oil. Many 9/11 theories branch out of the core conspiracy that 9/11 was an inside job. The proof: supposedly the Twin Towers could only have collapsed the way they did as a result of controlled demolition, which is
False.
actually false. Yeah. Another favorite among conspiracy theorists: the Pentagon was not hit by a plane, but by a missile. A number of prominent figures on the right, including Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Stop. You could stop right there. That's all. That's all I need to hear.
Oh wait, you forgot about Alex Jones. Wow, this is like a call. Like this is a whole thing. Yeah, pretty much a bunch of people. They just think that this didn't happen the way that they're saying it happened.
Hmm.
Uh, so, what's your conspiracy? What do you think?
Uh, as someone who watched this on TV happening live, I don't believe this conspiracy theory.
Okay,
This one for me is just really hard to believe because, like, we watched it.
got you.
Like, I watched it in school, and then when I got home, like, my grandma was crying
Yeah.
watching it. So this one is hard for me to believe. And then also, like, now being in New York, yeah, no.
I I believe it happened, but my thing is this: you might have just been watching a sacrifice that America is willing to make to get oil. Think
Now
about
you
all the
fucking
shit.
sound crazy.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Look at what they did to Black Wall Street. They've done it to themselves before. It's not like we've never seen America attack America because they want a certain thing. And they did that because fuck black people. Imagine if they really wanted to push an agenda, which in turn worked, if
Did
that
it?
was the case. Yeah, because we all bought that. We all bought into it, and we went to Afghanistan, and we went to war, and we were at war for what, for almost 20 years, getting that
That's what I'm
oil.
saying. Did it work?
Yeah,
No.
because no, because the goal was to get us to go to Afghanistan and get people to want to go.
Yeah, and the problem was that we went to the wrong place.
Yeah, but did we get what we wanted?
No.
We got the oil. That's what I'm just saying, like that's what we wanted. And I say we, like, as Americans.
Yeah.
Americans, they wanted
No. I
oil. I can understand now not believing it.
have a
But
hard time believing this one.
my whole point is that America, well, me as a black man, I don't put anything past America. And also the result of 9/11 is that it brought the country together in a way that it wasn't brought together since I don't know when. And it was all to unite against this one cause, against this one enemy. And that's what Americans did, and we went to war. And a lot of people died for our country, and a lot of people went, like, I mean, it's just a lot. It, to me, I feel like it could be. Like I'm not a conspiracy theorist either, but I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of shit that the government would do to get what they need.
I get you. I This one, I don't know. That one for me is hard to believe though. But I get it. I could see it too.
Mm.
All right, next one. Mass shootings like Sandy Hook were false flags. After 20 first graders and 6 school staffers were killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut on December 14th, 2012, Alex Jones used his formidable platform to claim the attack hadn't actually happened. The mass shooting, according to Jones, was completely fake and the slain children were hired actors. Sandy Hook conspiracies spread far and wide, with some grieving parents releasing birth certificates to prove their children existed and having to deny requests to exhume their children's bodies. I'm done reading after that.
Yeah,
Fuck this
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Fuck
What he
this
did,
guy.
he's totally a piece of shit. Because like, it's the equivalent. Like, it's one of those things where it's like you put people at these people lost their kids, like to something that's a really huge issue in America,
Facts.
and it's like why, like that's again to me, it's like why invalidate their experience. Like, why act like what they didn't go through what they went through, or why try to say, "Oh, that didn't happen." Like, there's no reason for
Money,
that.
NRA,
Yeah,
guns.
and now it's like these parents don't get to have their kids back. Like, these parents don't get to like, and they're living people. Like, that's something that it's like it doesn't even make sense because they're living people. Like, they go to their job. People, their neighbors probably seen their kids before. Like, why? I don't know. Like that's just that one's ridiculous to me.
Yeah. Well, thankfully justice was served for that one. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
All right, next.
All right. Top Democrats are behind a child sex ring. Okay, in October 2016, the emails of Hillary Clinton's campaign chairman John Podesta were leaked online. In these emails, Podesta writes about possibly holding a fundraiser at the DC pizzeria Comet Ping Pong, and mentions ordering cheese pizza. These seemingly um, innocuous details became
Innocuous.
fuel. Innocuous, thanks. Innocuous details became fuel for the wild conspiracy that Comet Ping Pong was the headquarters of a child sex trafficking ring run by Democratic leaders, including Clinton and Podesta. Cheese pizza theorists claim that actually meant child pornography. Also, in many conspiracy communities, the emails became a cipher only insiders could decode. Um, I must say that this one is just,
Bullshit.
yeah, it's just a stretch. It's just a reach. It's
It
something that
was. It was
it,
because they even went to this pizza place to free the children, and there was nothing
mhm.
there because it was just a
Yeah.
pizza
Remember they
place.
went with like their fucking guns and shit.
Yeah. Yep.
I was
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So
but I
no.
don't. I mean, I don't get involved that heavily with like with um when bigots go ahead and attack bigots, or I like to call it white on white crime. I don't really. I'm not gonna dive too deep into it because to me, I'm just like, bro, it's like why? Like what has you so bored on a Tuesday? Like it's just ridiculous. So I don't believe in that one.
No, me neither. All right. Next one. The Earth is actually flat.
Hey, Kyrie.
I'm not even gonna read it because we
We
both
already
don't
know what
believe
this
in
one
this.
is. We
Yeah.
already know what
This
this
is
one
a
is.
no.
Um, yeah, no.
Don't
I
even
think
care for your conspiracy theories on that. Don't even
yeah,
care.
I just think that people need to understand that people just say things just to say things, and this is what happens when you get like drunk and high on a Friday night and
No, Tuesday night. Let's
on a
stay on
Tuesday
Tuesday.
when you're going up on a Tuesday and you just it's
All right,
crazy.
next one.
Now this one, okay, okay. COVID-19 as population control. All right. Conspiracies about the novel are a dime a dozen. The
I'm gonna have to
vaccine,
bleep it out.
nope. The vaccine implants a microchip used to track people. The fatality rate has been wildly inflated. The Bill Gates is not only responsible for the virus, but also the head of a plot to use the virus as population control. So, although all of these things are being debunked, oh, also that the Chinese use it as a bioweapon. Uh,
Yeah, which was
although
then
these are all being debunked, hey man, what if
the Marvel
population control?
series.
Hey listen. There's no humane way. Well, this wasn't humane. There's no way to kill all these people. We're growing too fast. Population control. Let's let out a virus. And whoever goes out and doesn't want to wear a mask, those are the people. Those are the ones that gotta go. Oh, you're not healthy? You didn't take care of your health when you were living? All right. Population control. Not
It's
saying
an
that the virus
interesting theory.
not
No,
saying
it
that the
is.
virus I don't want to invalidate anybody. Not saying that the virus and the sickness isn't real, but were they trying to target a certain people?
It's an interesting theory because when we were reading it before, we were both like, "Wait a second,
Yeah. Yeah.
sounds like Thanos for a second
Yep.
there." But obviously they've debunked all of it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Don't take
but
my
it
word
would.
for anything. I'm
It's
just talking shit.
it's an
Yeah. It's an interesting thought.
interesting theory
Yeah.
nonetheless. All right. Area 51 is home to lots of aliens and government secrets.
I don't think we
I'm
need to
not gonna
really
read
read
this one
this
either.
one because it's just true. Like
Yep, it's a
we know
fact.
it's true, right? All right.
Yeah,
I feel like they
they've
think that
already
they're
said it.
tricking us. They think they're tricking us because we're supposed to trust that they tell us everything.
The
No, they
government already
don't.
came out and said that. They
But
said
then
that they have information that they're not releasing to the public on
if
purpose.
they have no problem, if they have no problem getting a hold of aliens, I don't think we had much of a problem getting to the moon. Just saying.
Oh, we gonna fight after
It
this.
got real quiet. Nah, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I just don't think that they're telling us the truth, and it's obvious. So.
I need you to talk into the microphone, my
Oh,
guy.
sorry. I don't think they're telling us the truth, and it's obvious. You trying to get me sniped? Why you want me to talk so loud?
I'm not saying
Huh?
talk loud. I'm saying I can't hear
Huh?
you because then the audio gets difficult for me to edit.
Oh wow! Now the audio gets difficult. This is crazy.
I said what I
This is
said.
crazy.
Read
Okay.
the last
Okay.
one, bro.
All right. So there's a hidden chamber filled with government secrets behind Mount Rushmore. I love this.
I heard
Okay,
this
so when
one.
it comes to American conspiracy, this one is straight from the scene of National Treasure. And while the conspiracy was a part of the movie's plot around the particularly obstacle laden, these words are hard.
No, you're good. You're
Hunt
good.
for
You're
gold.
good.
The theory was something was hiding within Mount Rushmore. Came out far before it was hinted in the silver screen. Okay. Um. So pretty much, they're taking the dimensions of Mount Rushmore and saying, "Hey, there can be something inside of this." And what do you think? Do you think that's a possibility?
I like the conspiracy theory. I think this one's an interesting one, but also like I watched that movie, so I'm pretty sure it's playing a part in my brain to be like, yes, I want this to be real. But like I said, like we said with the previous theory with Area 51, we do have a bunch of secret areas or spots around the country where we don't really know.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if this one's real or not. But I like the idea of thinking that it is real.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it's pretty I think it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope to have these
Yeah.
conspiracies. By the way, I just want to
Hmm.
I just want to segue off of that for a second. I think it's really cool and interesting as long as we keep it fun, light, and friendly, and not show up
Yes.
at a pizza spot with your AR-15 and your "Make America Great Again" hat. Let's not do that. But yeah, I with this one specifically, it would be cool if it was true, but I doubt it is. But it'd be cool if it was. Like this is one of the few of them that I'm like, I really don't know,
Yeah,
and
this one's pretty
I
interesting.
really want it to be true.
Hmm.
But
All
yeah,
right. That was
so
our special topic.
yeah, that concludes the special topic. Do you feel like you learned anything about yourself?
First off, do
I
not
learned a
attack
lot
me.
about you. Before you attack me, I'm attacking you. I learned a lot about you, you nut job.
I gave you a heads up. I gave you a heads up. I told you that some of these conspiracy theories I'm gonna be like, oh yay. And then
Yeah,
other ones I'm gonna be like, no.
you went
Um,
off. I was a little bit I was a little bit shocked. I liked it. This was great.
cool.
Yo, I feel
We should
like
do this
it's
again.
yeah, for real. It's our 10th chapter
Hmm.
in our like second volume, and
Hmm.
we're still learning so much about each other. This is great. We need to talk
Yeah,
more,
because a
bro.
lot of these things we don't really talk about.
It's true, it's true. So now moving on to our next segment.
Humana
Humana
needs to
needs
know,
to know.
which we're gonna go through very quickly because
So we're sorry about that because
yes,
we're way over time. I know,
yes.
guys, you want more of us, and it's crazy, but we got to keep a timestamp on this type of stuff. So first, Parkland shooter, go.
Parkland shooter who pled guilty to 17 counts of first degree murder and 17 counts of attempted first degree murder um, in connection to the school shooting on February 14th in 2018 at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School that killed 14 students and 3 staff members has been sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Good.
Now, um, mm, this verdict has left many families disappointed
Oh,
because they wanted the death penalty. Um, but the death penalty was missed because one juror decided to vote against it. So yes, they are disappointed in the verdict, and now he's just gonna have life in prison without parole. Other than that,
I mean,
there's
it was at least it wasn't the. Yeah, you know what? Like,
no he
fuck that one person.
facts.
Yeah, fuck that one person.
Because
It.
honestly, it should have been the death penalty if I'm being straight up.
Yeah,
Because fuck that guy. But
belief
yeah,
systems, man.
yeah. But RIP to the victims and MSD strong as always because that was close to home for both of us.
Yeah. So, the Iranian protests. Women in Iran are leading an uprising following the murder of Masha Amini by Iran's morality police. A 22-year-old Masha Amini was arrested and detained by morality police for what was perceived to be improper
Hijab.
uh, hijab while on a family trip to Iran. Witnesses say that she was severely beaten in her head by the morality police, and then and she fell into a coma. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I laugh because when you say morality police, and this is the shit that they're doing, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Um, she fell into a coma shortly after collapsing at the detention center. She, in response, died 3 days later. Damn, that sucks. In response to her death, Iranian women have taken to the streets to burn their state-mandated scarves and cutting their hair. The Iranian government has responded by inflicting brutality on the protesters with live ammunition, pellet guns, tear gas, and shutting down mobile networks. And I don't even think we need to say it, but we definitely stand with the Iranian women on this one. Your life is not your life choices should not be a debate. Um,
People
and
shouldn't be
this is
telling
just
you what to
sad.
wear.
Yeah, exactly,
Men
exactly.
shouldn't be telling you what to wear.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. it's horrible, and I don't see how anybody could even, act like this was okay.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the Uvalde update.
Mm.
The Uvalde School District announced on Friday that it has suspended its entire school police force. The department and school officials have been placed on administrative leave for a period of time. It only took more than 4 months to finally suspend all the police officers that failed the school and the community. Again, why did it take so long? Who knows? They should have been fired the next day, but I digress. RIP to the 19 children and 2 teachers who were killed because they failed everyone.
Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, but what are you gonna do without school police?" It's like it's gonna be
We
the
don't
same
need you
shit.
don't need
It's never.
police.
They've never done anything.
No,
It's
you don't need
like
police in schools.
it's
They do
so funny.
nothing.
Like a lot of people really do think like, "Oh, well, what are you gonna do next time?" Next time, what? Somebody skips class? Like, dude, they don't do shit. Like that's what the crazy thing is, and that was a pure example of that how the police don't really protect the kids. And there's not a
And
lot
not
of
only
like,
that one, the MSD one.
yeah,
The cop was there and ran away. And then you
like
have all these cops for this one? No, fuck out my face with that.
the crazy thing is that like you actually like you could look into it and look up the statistics and see what what school police have done, and it's not a lot.
It's nothing.
Yeah. So Alex Jones lost his case and needs to pay back $965 million to the Sandy Hook victims. And I still call them victims because he's a fucking asshat.
Yeah.
And what
Fuck
he
that guy.
did to those people is embarrass them on top of their grief, make them seem as if they were actors. And yeah, he has to pay a hefty fee for that.
Yeah, and then
Because, no, go ahead. Go
basically
ahead.
just started a bunch of hate and
Yeah.
conspiracy theories, as we talked about earlier, for no fucking reason.
Yeah,
These
that's why
kids died.
we get that, we get the whole idea about, having conspiracy theories even when like death happens within these conspiracy theories. Like I understand like believing something else might have happened. I get it. But it's like, man, to go ahead and call these people liars, to go ahead and attack these people, and that's what he did. He really just attacked them. You don't have to attack people like when you like, and it's for the clicks and for the views and for all this stuff. But free speech is not always free, and I wish more
Fact.
people would understand that. And
Hmm.
this is a prime example of that. So
Yeah.
that's what happened to him.
All right, we're gonna switch it up and end on some good notes now.
Hmm.
All right, so the University of Oregon, and their tuition. So the University of Oregon will pay tuition and fees for eligible Native American students. The Home
Nice.
Flight Scholars Program was introduced on Monday, October 10th, which is Indigenous Peoples Day. So the
That's dope.
university said the program is immediately available to roughly 150 to 175 Native American students on campus. Let's go.
That's dope.
Let's go.
All right, NASA and DART. So NASA said that DART spacecraft successfully redirected an asteroid. Fire. The asteroid was harmless, but it was part of their Save the World test. The first test was attempted 2 weeks ago to see if in the future a killer rock could be nudged out of Earth's way. And would you look at that? That's fire.
We passed the first one, so let's go. And there's a video on it.
Oh, really?
NASA posted the video of it, which was,
They're just showing off.
yeah, I mean, now they're just like
Say,
bragging.
who ain't make it to the moon? Who ain't make it to
Yeah.
the moon?
Y'all want to see these moon rocks? All right. And last but not least, student loan forgiveness.
God.
So
Oh my God. Go
a
ahead.
beta test of the application for student loan relief went live this past Friday evening, launching the Biden's administration's sweeping program to cancel student debt for tens of millions of Americans. This application allows people with federal student loans to apply for up to $20,000 of debt relief, depending on what kind of financial aid they received and how much money they make. So, if you haven't done so, visit www.studentaid.gov to apply now. It was really quick, honestly.
Yeah,
Like it literally took less than 5 minutes. It
for real.
wasn't a
Yeah.
lot of information that they asked, so it kind of feels like a scam.
Right? I'm like,
I
wait,
was like,
wait a minute.
is this right? Is this the right website? But no. Go ahead and apply for that.
Yeah. Um,
Hopefully, it works out
finally,
for all of
the
us.
thing is that, like, yeah, we've been waiting for something like this to happen. And even though,
Hmm.
like, it's not the full debt relief like we wanted,
It's something.
something. So I definitely advise, we definitely advise that you guys go ahead and
Yes,
get that shit done. I already did mine. J-Rock did
I already did
hers.
mine.
We didn't even have to talk about it. Like, she sent me the link. I was like, say less.
Hmm.
Bomb and finished it. So we're gonna go ahead and post the link in
Hmm.
our bio so you guys can go ahead and take advantage of it real quick. And
Yeah.
now, I think we did it for the most part. We came back. We came back and we conquered. Is what we do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we are going to be showing up with a new segment next chapter. It's going to be our new "Am I the Asshole" segment. So me and J-Rock, we have a little bit of life advice we want to give y'all. So send in some of the things that you guys think you did that was questionable, and
Hmm.
we'll let you know if you were the asshole or not.
Yeah. Also, like, we're just honestly, we're probably gonna be assholes about it. So just be aware.
Yeah, I'm judging you heavily. I haven't
A
even
hundred
heard what you
percent
guys had to say, but I'm judging you. So
judging. Yeah, on 100.
be cautious when you send these. No, but honestly,
Not really.
send in your story. She knows me
Not
too
really.
well. Send in your stories. We'll go ahead and we'll talk shit about it. We'll see what happens.
Hmm.
Go ahead. You want to say anything about this? About these videos and what we've been doing lately.
So we hit 10K on Instagram, which is still mind blowing to me. Cause like, why are you guys following us?
Why are you doing it? For
Yeah,
what?
we're just losers. Like, we're just two kids out here doing whatever we want. Like, come on now.
That's
Why are you guys
that's
here?
that's that's actually a fact. I
Yeah,
can't even say anything about that one.
I mean, yeah. But to thank you all, we made a hot ones video challenge, where we got a bunch of chicken wings and hot sauces and answered some of your fan questions, which was pretty sick. There were some shots involved,
Yeah,
so we kind of lost our mind, but
I was
we
lit.
really hope we both were lit. All three
Yeah.
of us were lit.
Yeah.
Um, but we really hope that you enjoy that video. That was our thank you for us hitting 10K, for you guys. So once again, really appreciate it. Check out the videos. And then if you have any more recommendations for us, what other reaction videos you want us to do,
Yeah.
go ahead and let us know.
Lit. I mean,
I guess I'll continue.
yeah. Go
Um,
ahead. Yeah, this one's yours.
this
This
one's
one's
definitely
yours.
me. Um, so we're a couple days late after, but happy Hispanic Heritage Month to all the Latinos out there who celebrated. Obviously, like we say this for every other month,
Hmm.
celebrate us all year round, not just this one month.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yep.
but we do appreciate it. I did a lot of Hispanic stuff the past couple weeks. I say that because there's not many of us where I'm at
Oh,
right
okay.
now. So like, yeah, I had to go back to my roots and
That's
show
fire.
people my culture, which was pretty sick. But
That's pretty dope. I
um,
like that.
yeah, so yeah, thank you.
All right. Well,
This
with
is you now.
that being said, guys, gotta hop on J Markets. J Markets is a social media guru that just gets you and gets your company. Run by me, of course. So what I do is that I make sure that I get within your demographic and I expose that to everybody. So people who do like what you offer or do like your product on social media gravitate towards the social media and help your social media grow. Guys, if you're a business owner, if you do anything that is worth saving, use J Markets. And also, get in touch with our Patreon. We want to have you guys on our show. We want to go ahead and showcase what you guys do for your community, or if you do anything at all. And if you're like, let's say you're an artist doing something really cool, hop
Dropping
on
an
with us.
album,
Dropping
dropping
an
a
album, dropping a
song.
video, doing anything, just hit us up. Hit us up on our Patreon and see if we can get you in. We want to expose you too.
In a good way.
That sounded bad, right? It sounded bad when I
Yeah.
said expose. We want to expose you. No, we want to expose your music. Sounds even worse when I said it
Your
that
art.
way.
Your art. Your art. In a good way.
We want to show you off. There you go.
Showcase. Yes.
So, there you go. This has been the JaySquared Podcast. And remember, guys, happy spooky
Halloween.
season. Ooh.
Gotta love it.
Boom.